It's been that story, of course, is Trev Alberts packing his bags and heading south. The Husker AD is trading in that title for the same one at Texas A&M. To say it is a shocking development would be an understatement.
First reported by the Houston Chronicle, we've been able to confirm the news after it seemingly stalled out this afternoon. But that said, this is a done deal. 10/11 Sports Director Kevin Suits has been tracking this all day long for us and brings us the latest on what we know. Kevin?
Leaving his alma mater and becoming an Aggie. Trev Alberts is now in maroon, and frankly, that just doesn't look right. But it's now a reality. Trev Alberts accepting the athletic director job at Texas A&M. Alberts informed his staff late this afternoon of his resignation at Nebraska. It's a wildly unexpected move, and it's one fans are struggling to understand. Alberts is an alum and a former All-American. And as the school's AD, he took on some massive projects like Volleyball Day in Nebraska, expansion of Memorial Stadium, and the hiring of Matt Rule. Alberts had signed a new contract in November, and days later, in a one-on-one interview with me, he said Nebraska's AD job was the best in college athletics. While the university has yet to release a statement, Texas A&M formally announces Alberts' hiring. In a release, he writes, quote, "Leadership matters now more than ever before. My interest in Texas A&M is not only due to its prestigious reputation, but also because of President Welsh's compelling vision in which I believe athletics can play a small but important role in helping Texas A&M achieve unprecedented success." Now he's off to A&M. We bring in 10/11's Chase Madison live at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks, Kevin. And while most of the workers here at the Memorial Stadium offices had actually left for the day already when the news came out just before 5 o'clock that Alberts had selected Texas A&M as his next destination, one person that hadn't left was Doug Ewald, who is the CFO. And when he left, he told reporters, here myself as well, that it was a tough day for Husker athletics. And while he wishes Alberts the best, he also found out, just like all the other staff members, via that email. People were on pins and needles seemingly all day as this story just kind of sat and waited. We finally know now, and the entire staff knows now, as Husker Athletics has a big position to fill, Kevin.
Yeah, Chase, before we even start talking about potential replacements, because the gravity of this is just so huge, I think one important factor that our viewers need to know is that Nebraska's been without a permanent president. That job has been open for 7 months. It appears to play a huge role in Alberts' decision to leave his alma mater.
I totally agree, and I think that was partly a factor in this decision, the uncertainty from the University of Nebraska, the stability at Texas A&M with their president in place, and them wanting Alberts was more attractive for the role and for the next chapter of his career, it seems.
Yeah, Chase, and another element here with this news of Trev Alberts leaving for Texas A&M is the fact that the timing is very odd, especially here. You know, the school is on break right now. There are no students around. There are some student athletes. The basketball team just left. But we talked to Nicole Griffith from our sister station down that covers Texas A&M. They wanted the hire made this week, so it makes sense down there. But it appears, Chase, at Memorial Stadium, it's quiet, and that's been the case all day long.
Yeah, I've been here probably since 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and obviously we were looking to see maybe is Trev in the building. His car wasn't in the parking lot, and it just seems almost like a ghost town. This is kind of odd for the university, right? You usually would have students bustling around campus. This parking lot I'm standing in would be completely full and harder to find spots. So definitely an interesting aura. And as you mentioned, for Texas A&M, it makes perfect sense. And it's the question, will it be on a flight to Nashville? Because they were trying to get this position filled ahead of the SEC men's basketball tournament this week.
Chase is outside Memorial Stadium on the inside. Trev Alberts' name is one of the ones that's on the concrete. He has his number and his name. Chase, I think it's fair to say some fans, they're going to look up at that and they're not going to feel so easy about that, knowing and we're hearing words like betrayal right now. Your take on just the idea that Trev Alberts, of all athletic directors, is the one to leave the Huskers.
Yeah, well, and actually shortly before 6 o'clock, I had someone leaving the parking lot, and he rolled down his window and he said, a 60-year-old Husker fan shouldn't have to be going home to cry. is what he told me. So this is definitely going to move some weight, and it's definitely going to impact the fans. Obviously, what you see as social media is sometimes fans' knee-jerk reaction, just wanting to word salad out there, whatever they feel. But this is definitely impactful to the program because he's a former player. He is a Husker.
All right, Chase Madison reporting live outside Memorial Stadium. A wild headline and one that nobody saw coming. Trev Alberts leaves Nebraska for Texas A&M. The news first surfaced at about 9 a.m. and absolutely no one saw it coming, Cole.